One. Wow, that was pretty damn good.
Welcome to the Ramblecast. My name's Matt. I'm joined, as always, with my lovely guest host,
Ooh,
Chris.
lovely.
And I don't know, somebody's the boss on this show.
I be the boss. I be the boss.
And we're missing the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy's not here. Two weeks
I guess
in
that would be Jack.
2 weeks in a row.
Oh, it's been a long
What
week
is
since
up
I
with
last
him?
talked to you guys. How are you been?
Slacker.
It's been a while since I've talked to you guys.
Oh man, I tell you,
It's been a long week.
Has been a
that
long
vacation
week.
is still with me.
Stressful week.
I'll tell you, my brain is still not a week later after getting back.
Feels like just yesterday, doesn't it?
It feels like it was like 30 minutes ago, to be honest with you.
Oh, yesterday, the movie I recommended you guys last. Did you guys go see it?
No, it's already out of the theaters.
It's already out of the theaters already. Wow. Tough break.
No, I haven't gone to see that yet. No.
Nope.
Wow.
I don't know what you guys are waiting for.
I will say, I'm so sad that on our last podcast, I didn't even mention the Women's World Cup.
I know.
I mean, like, we went a whole week without.
I have it written down
about the magnificent win. I know you guys were glued to the set with every game.
I did watch the semifinal game with my daughter. She played soccer in high school, so we were watching.
You what?
Dude,
you had
the one where they beat England.
Did anybody else watch any of the playoff games?
Yeah,
the semifinal game with England.
England, I watched.
Yeah, the yeah. I actually think the England game
is it me or Matt?
More in
Matt just sounded like he was an alien.
PK block that was just incredible.
Because last week it was me.
Yeah, and the two goals. They had the goal taken away from England. I mean,
it's funny is I turned to my daughter right away on that thing. I said she was offsides.
Oh my god, yeah.
Only like it was like a leg. I go, she's offsides. They better call that.
Yeah.
And then they did the make a penalty kick. I go, come on. There's no evidence that she got tripped at all. Yeah, it's you this time.
I'm still.
I believe Matt is trapped in an alternate dimension right now.
Well, I'm watching Stranger Things. Maybe that he's been.
Oh, Matt's in the Upside Down world.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, I watched the England game down on the Cape. I was with my buddies, and I watched the finals. So I got my daughter to sit down and watch it, and I'm like, "Hey, Emily, you want to watch the World Cup game? It's a World Cup final." And she's like, "Meh." And I said, "It's the women's playing the World Cup final." She's like, "Really?" And she got super excited to watch it for like 10 minutes, and she had ADD. But
it is a tough game to watch, soccer.
Yeah, it is. But she was excited about it, and when I asked her to watch it with me, she was like, she got really excited to sit down and watch the game with Dad. And I'll tell you, like, her eyes lit up when she saw women on TV playing soccer,
and they're very talented women.
And I am in love with every one of them. I truly am. So, like, I was actually thinking about getting a Rapinoe jersey. You don't see dudes wearing women's.
If I had hair, I'd paint my hair purple.
Right?
I would do it.
She is fucking badass.
Yeah.
And I actually think I'm going to buy myself a Rapinoe jersey. Or is it Rapinoe or Rapinoe?
I thought it was Rapinoe.
Yeah, we go back and forth depending on who. I'm pretty sure it's Rapinoe. Okay, I think I'm going to get one for myself. You never, or rarely do you ever. I've never once have seen a dude wearing a women's soccer jersey. I'm not saying people don't. I'm not saying that people don't. I guarantee there's probably somebody listening to this podcast who proudly rocks, a jersey. But
I think Nick has one.
And what about Lavelle with that awesome second goal in the
dude?
She had like 3 shots in the England game, and each one of them was blocked. And to see her like land the second goal,
awesome.
It was incredible. So
I'll tell you, I think that a few of those players get overshadowed by the likes of Rapinoe and
it's Rapinoe, but yeah.
Or whatever. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. She's just awesome. Doesn't matter how you pronounce her name. Rapinoe,
and Morgan.
Morgan. Yeah. I believe they kind of overshadow a lot of the other players in that team. Whether or not they try to, whether or not that's just how the commentators and media spins it.
That's a good thing.
Hey, Boston, stop interrupting.
But I'm saying that's a good thing, is because you get those people that go under the wire.
Right. Yeah. So I already ordered my daughter a Morgan jersey because I asked her if she wanted to get a jersey. She said, yeah. I'm like, well, what color would you want? She said, I want to go for the blue one. And I was like, okay, cool, no problem. And then I asked her who she wanted. And I said, let's watch the game. And she did. She watched it for like 15 minutes. And then she pointed out who she wanted a jersey of. And it was Morgan. I think I might get a Rapinoe. See what I did there? I might get myself a Rapinoe jersey. I think I just want to get one.
Okay. Is it wrong for me to tell you that I have a huge crush on Press? Like, she is just gorgeous. Sorry.
Which one?
Press. She subbed for.
Dude, are you kidding me? Yeah. There's absolutely nothing wrong with saying that. She is. I mean, this isn't sexist. This is just observational. She is drop dead gorgeous.
I'm just impressed with their talent.
I am too. I'm impressed with all of them. They are bad.
I know.
Who's the goalie? Because she made. I've always thought on a penalty kick in soccer, if you don't get it, you should.
Jack, we lost.
It's like a 1 in a million shot if the goalie makes the save. And it was 2-1. They called that penalty shot, and literally, she just made the greatest. That's because I thought the women's team
it was better. Yeah, it was better than the goal. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was, and I thought the American team was fading. I thought they were tired at that point because they didn't have she had the hamstring problem or groin injury, and you could tell if they were laboring towards it. I kept telling my daughter, just kick the shit out of it to the other side and just rest. Just keep kicking out of bounds. And I go, okay, getting up to like 90 minutes. How much time's left? How much time? I go, +7. You gotta fucking be kidding me. And they basically dominated the whole. England had dominated the whole. Basically, like the last 20 minutes, it was all England. They just couldn't score.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how
that's the worst thing is you're on pins and needles, like going, like, it's kick the shit.
That's how the U.S. France game was. I mean, France they just bombarded them. I mean, it was just a barrage, just like boom, 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 boom. Like they just kept coming after them.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's when Rapinoe got injured in that game. So,
of course, England got red carded. I thought
England,
I thought the Americans got away with some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, England also didn't show up for the third place game, so I couldn't believe like Sweden just beat England. Like
they didn't show up for the third place game.
I mean,
no, they showed up, but they didn't physically win.
Yeah,
okay.
They. I mean, we watched that game as well. So
their hearts weren't in it.
Yeah.
So anyway, your initial question, though, who the goalie is, Alyssa Nair. She is an incredible goalie, by the way.
Yeah, she made some great saves.
She played for a couple of Boston teams in her time as well in her club career. Played for the Boston Breakers, a couple different states. There was a
play towards the end of the first half against England where the defenseman she went to go stop the ball, which kind of went off her shin and just went over and just missed going in. I mean, oh my God. I was like going, oh, that would be terrible. Nobody wants to be that person. I did that once in soccer.
Yeah.
I was running back and the goalie kicked it and I hit right up my knee, went right back past him. He yelled at me. I go, you yell at me for? You hit me with the ball.
I don't understand. I understand. We watch men and we watch men's sports, but watching women play sports, like this seems like the best of both worlds. Like why aren't we watching more women in sports games? Like it just seems like, I don't know.
I like to watch women's Olympic hockey. It's fun to watch.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, the real reason behind it to answer your question is the fact that they pulled the plug on that league so many times, dude. Like FIFA doesn't give a fuck, and they do when they're making money, and here's the double-edged sword. Here is the fact that we want them to be very successful. We want them for equal pay. Which, by the way, I don't know if you heard you ever seen the videos of when the FIFA president and the president of France were taking the field during the ceremony. Like that entire stadium started chanting equal pay, which I thought was pretty fucking badass. But the reality is that FIFA doesn't care because
FIFA's corrupt.
Well,
completely corrupt.
FIFA is.
But I'll tell you though, I mean, in the reality behind it is they have such momentum built up behind the men's side that they focus all of their time and all of their attention on the men's side of FIFA. And it's a shame. It's an absolute shame because how many Gold Cup wins have the men's league have in the U.S. men's have?
I think when it comes to a national sport, when it's like the Olympics, or I don't care who, I'm going to root for the Americans.
Sure.
So I don't care. So I think they should be equal pay. I mean, the gold medal, it's the same gold medal for...
They should be getting paid more. They're more successful than the men's team has been in the last 20 years.
What I'm saying, though, is the gold medal for both men and women. It doesn't men get a better, a more expensive gold. There's more gold in that one. That it should be equal. And it looked like the stands were full of people. I mean, I don't know if it's... I don't know.
Definitely for the final there.
But like I said,
I think it also shows, though, I mean, if you look at the teams that were successful, or the countries, I should say, if you look at the countries that were successful, a lot of those countries have, female leagues already. So, some of, I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade at the countries that didn't make it, but there's a lot of different South American teams that did not even qualify, and I don't know. I mean, is there a correlation to the fact that, like,
do they put money?
The female leagues that we have? Well, yeah, sure, money, but also it starts with actually having a league, an actual women's league that plays regularly.
Well, I agree. What I'm saying though is if you're most great athletes are good at a lot of different sports. So if you're a great soccer player, you could be also a great at something else. So if there's no money in soccer, I'm going to take the sport it's a tweener, I'm going to probably take the sport that's going to pay me the most money.
Mm-hmm.
But we also know, though, that sports also dictate the body of the athlete. I mean, you take Michael Jordan when he goes into baseball, completely changes his body. It's no longer a basketball.
But he's an exception. He's a
sure. I'm just trying to take but I'm also taking the greatest player of basketball and saying he changed his entire physique.
Yeah, to
baseball.
Yeah.
So what's that? Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying the sport dictates the body and.
But I think he chose a sport that is probably the hardest sport to play, because hitting a baseball is not easy. To be like I said, to be successful in baseball, to be a great player in baseball, you only have to be successful 3 out of 10 at bats. I mean, so 7 times you can fail, but you're still a great player because you were successful 3 times. So he chose a sport that was, you look at Bo Jackson. I think he's the greatest athlete. He's the greatest athlete of all time in my generation because he dominated both in football and in baseball. He wasn't just like Deion Sanders was a great football player, a decent baseball player. Bo Jackson was great baseball player, great football player. If he would have retired from football earlier, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame of baseball anyway. But he's definitely a Hall of Famer in baseball because even after he had hip replacement surgery, he still hit 20-something homers. He's just an amazing athlete. But to me, it's just tough to play both sports and be successful at them.
Right.
Anyway, but I'm just saying, a lot of women are not going into soccer because you lost me again.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just throwing it out there.
No, well, fuck Bo Jackson for a second. Let's go back talk about the women's national team because they
Bo knows women's soccer.
You know what kind of fucked me up though when I was watching it when all the statistics came on saying that Rapinoe is the oldest women's national player team to score a goal
in the final.
It's in the final. So I quickly looked that information up and I was like, holy shit, she's 34.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm getting old. Like, God damn it. And then that led me down the rabbit hole of like looking into like, you know, all the team background and where they play for and all the players. Dude, the average age in that team is so young, which is amazing because that team's gonna stick together. I mean, that is an incredible soccer team, and
well, it's just gonna like continue to nurture the players that stepped up that were, you know, that were new this time around, and they're gonna be there for the next 4 years. I mean, yeah, Rapinoe's probably not going to be able to, play at that level. I mean, she's probably not going to make the team in 4 years.
Right.
I mean, geez, like her birthday was like this coming week or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it happened. It happened during the final, the semifinals.
Well, the Morgan had her birthday, but Rapinoe, they said that Rapinoe, they said that her birthday was on Friday. I don't know what day it was, but anyway, they said that her birthday was coming up. So,
but I'll tell you though,
so she's going to be 35.
Yeah, you know, and I was listening to, I think it might have been one of like the kickoff like hype videos that were made by both teams, which by the way were fantastic. And I thought the Netherlands, their hype video they played right before kickoff was pretty awesome. It was just kind of like a
what was their video montage. Called? What was their video called? Being shut out?
No, no, it was a.
It was called like that.
It was specifically kind of going over like, you know, all the accomplishments that the U.S. women's team had, you know, how they're inspiring, this, that, and the other thing. It was just how incredible they were to watch, this, that, and the other in the last 4 years, and then they come back this year, and it was just cut to one of the Netherlands players saying, "Thank you, let's do this," or something like that. And I was like, "Ooh, nice." They'll throw a little bit of shade because they're being inspired by the success, kind of like throwing shade, but also having some respect from the same time, which I thought was pretty cool.
Nice.
But one of the intros for the U.S. women's was talking about how they want to leave their mark on the sorry about that, on the world when it comes to women's soccer. And what was really interesting statement, this is that we hope that this will inspire people to not just wait every 4 years to watch. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. So I made in my mind, I made this conclusion that I want to get more involved. I want to watch more soccer. So there is, the Boston clubs around here that I'm going to look into taking my daughter to go see some matches when I can. But yeah, man, I'm totally utilizing the World Cup as the inspiration to get more involved in watching it and being more a part of it and being more knowledgeable about women's soccer. I'm trying to do my best to commit to that. That's not going to be an every 4 years thing.
11 months today, and
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. But I said, I go. All right. At this time, we're going to take commercial break.
Oh.
But I said, I go. Why don't I go? We should start training her for soccer because she's got strong legs. She's just so I've got her penciled in for the World Cup, and so she's 11 months old right now. I think she can make it when she's 16. So if I start training her now, she doesn't walk yet.
I think you got to be 18 or older, but
dude, why do you have to be 18?
I think that there's other leagues that are for under 18, like because there's levels for age. I'm just saying.
I'm not happy.
What I was going to say though, to just in tangent to what Chris was talking about, is that this was like a really great I don't know, like it was a great sporting event that as a family, it doesn't matter if they're men or women. It's like it was awesome that it was women, but I just have to say, like, as a family, we all gathered around to watch it. It didn't matter. It didn't matter that like, oh, we're gonna watch this women thing. It was like,
is it just me? Because I don't watch a lot of soccer, but the women don't seem to flop on the ground like they've been shot.
No, they don't. That is so true.
You did it where Morgan got hit in the back of the head, and I'm like going, okay, that looked like it hurt. Okay, you can lay down, but I see the men where they lay down. I go, come on, man.
The only one that looked questionable to me was the high kick, which ended up leading up to being the penalty kick.
Yeah, but she had cleats up, though.
Yeah, granted that the act and what that happened, it was completely correct in the way that they did the VAR. Like the call was correct. It was definitely.
And I mean, there were calls that weren't made because there was also a handball in the box at one point.
Yeah.
And in the slow motion replay, you could see that it was like touching the forearm, but they never called it. So,
but
there are calls
it's hard.
that get slipped
but
by.
when you could, but how many times you watch instant replay and you're like, it's slow, and you still can't tell. So you got to give the refs,
Sure.
I thought the ref did a really good job of keeping the people quiet. She would wave her finger at him and say,
Oh yeah, it's really funny though sometimes because you can really read the players' lips, when they're like "fuck," and you're like, oh yeah, that's that's a universal language right there. So, but good on Netherlands. That was their first or second appearance in like 20 years or something like that.
We're number 2,
really far.
Yeah.
So, well, apparently they had won the 2017 Euro Cup. So, they're definitely not going gentle into the night. So, anyway, I didn't.
But I did enjoy it.
Talk about Women's World Cup in the last episode.
Well, you should have thought about that last week.
You did enjoy it
in your mind. I don't know.
I know. It was last week, but
I watched it 4 years ago, and I'm not a huge soccer fan as far as watching it, but I'll watch it.
I remember watching the 2011 one when they went up against Japan and lost against Japan, and as crushing as that was, Japan had just had the Fukushima event, and I felt like it was like this really like kind of like great thing that Japan won, and then the U.S. replayed them in 2015 and then finally won. So
right,
it is incredible that they've been in the World Cup final 3 times in a row now. So, but anyway, for those of you that don't like Women's World Cup, sorry about you. You just missed out on really
some
sports.
Some great. It's like that was like sports talk with 3 stupid guys again.
It kind of was, yeah. Except you always did not like soccer.
Except Russ was going, I can't watch the chicks play soccer. That would have been Russ, right?
That would have been Russ.
Russ would have said something very on PC about the sport. Well, that babe was hot. I like her, but something like that.
I already said that, so I was trying to make up for Russ there. So if you didn't like my comments, sorry. So
well, no, Russ would have.
I watch it for more than just the. Russ would have gone a little bit further with it. Yeah.
Oh, Russ definitely was further.
One other thing I wanted to mention that's because it's just pop culture worthy, and obviously we can't really talk too much about it, but Stranger Things dropped. I know there's another podcast on this network.
We talked about the first 4
the listeners
episodes.
Are so inclined. There is a Stranger Things podcast with Jack. Yeah, so far the first 4 episodes you guys have done a podcast about, and I was just curious though, because Chris, have you seen any of the Stranger Things yet, or is that
no, not yet? So
the queue?
They dropped season 3.
It's been out. What came out July 4th? It's now 2.5 weeks, Chris.
So yeah. So
aren't you on paternity leave?
I will be. I mean, yes, I am. Yeah. Pull back the curtain. We're recording this literally seconds after we finish our last show. So no, I haven't. So Stranger Things 3 was released on the 4th of July. I was away, and I've only been home for a couple of days. So I haven't had the opportunity to watch it yet.
Yeah, I just finished the 6th episode last night. So
okay,
I'm enjoying it. It's very good.
I have. I'm again, Chris. You and I were in the same boat as far as being away and coming back to just life and reality. So I really only had a chance to watch like one episode one night, another episode the other night.
I had a blast to come on too, by the way.
And then finally, like I binged like episodes 3 and 4, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna. I've been enjoying each episode. Like I've been trying to kind of space them out, but the hard thing is like being on Facebook and seeing people. They post these like spoilery but not spoilery kind of things, and I'm like,
I hate those people.
I hate those people. Yeah.
In fact, I don't wish them happy birthday. Screw them. I'm Christopher today. I'm not giving you a happy birthday.
I'm just saying it's nice to kind of space out this season. There's only 8 episodes, so you want to make it last. Make it last. You can re-binge it after you're done, but like or watch 2 at a time, but space it out. So anyway, that's my recommendation to you. I
concur.
Going into it.
Hey, do you guys watch Big Little Lies?
I have not caught up with that. I watched the first episode and I'm way behind on Big Little Lies. So
we're 4th of July.
I've seen season 1 though.
Okay, Jay and Colleen are going, you gotta watch Big Little Lies. You gotta watch it. And I'm like, all right. So July 4th, Cindy and I decided to watch it. We were caught up in 3 days. We got all the way through. It's only 7 episodes, I think, and then we caught up with season. We actually watched it last night, so we're current.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
These people. They live in Monterey, and these people are filthy rich, and they live on these beach houses, which are just beautiful houses right off the beach. So I text Colleen and Jay. I go, first, these people can just stop bitching and complaining about their lives. Tired of hearing about it. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. You're living in a $30 million house on the fucking beach. Shut the fuck up. And that's all I got to say about Big Little Lies. I had some theories. I put them on the thread today because there's things I've pretty much what was going on by episode 2. I figured out all the different quirks and stuff, but it's pretty good.
So I've been hesitant to start it, to be honest with you. Like I really enjoyed season 1. I thought season 1 was an awesome show.
Oh my gosh, season 1 kept me like, oh, like what's gonna happen?
And granted, I could be completely wrong with my gut, reaction on this. I don't think it should have made a second season. I mean, they should have just kept it at what it was. And you know what?
I think with Meryl Streep, I think she saves it.
But from what everyone's saying, I mean, I'm probably wrong with it, but I wasn't excited to hear about season 2. I was just like, man, you had a really great story. It ended the way it did, and I thought it was a perfect ending for the show.
Kind of like Homeland.
And I was like, what are you doing? And I just don't want to get into it and be disappointed and or have it, go on to a 3rd season and then a 4th season because it's this show that, I don't know.
Well, it's definitely a soap opera type show.
Yeah, I don't love that.
But I think it's okay. I think season 2's been pretty good. But we watched it, binged it. And then when last night's episode ended, I go, let's go to the next one. Oh, we can't. Crap. Because it does end on a thing. You're like going,
oh, yeah, you caught
it. So I can't continue to watch it, what's going on. But Meryl Streep, she's just an amazing actor.
Yeah, she is.
I just want to punch her in the face, but not Meryl Streep, but her character. Her character is such a pain in the ass.
Her character is, yeah. I mean, from what
she's so good at being a pain in the ass.
Maybe
and then
I've seen the first 2 seasons.
And Shandy was on last night.
Yeah, Yeah, that's what I saw.
Shandy
on
was
her
on
post,
last night's episode.
Yeah.
I didn't see it the first time,
but
but when people told me where, I go,
Okay.
oh.
So I don't know what's better.
I was kind of worried.
The fact that Jack is repeatedly cutting you off, or if it's
Okay.
totally because of the delay in the communication that he's not intentionally doing it.
Yeah, there's a
Either
delay
way-
where I don't know if you guys are talking or not.
Either way, I feel vindicated that I'm not the one who's cutting people
You
off.
keep muting yourself, so it's not fair.
You know, this cutting people thing off is highly overrated. Highly overrated. So it might be the gin talking.
What we get cutting. What do you call when if you're driving and you get cut off? It's called road rage. What do you call it in podcasting? Pod rage.
Massholing. Because you're from Massachusetts.
I got it. You didn't have to explain it. I'm not even from Massachusetts.
He's just being quiet now. Anyway, I was really worried though that Shandy was going to get her line cut. So
Yeah,
I was like,
you know what she was supposed to say?
No, like what?
What was her
I don't
line
know.
supposed
I have
to be?
no idea.
My line would have been, "Stop bitching and
I have
complaining. You
no
live in $30 million home. Shut the fuck up."
Wait, Shandy was in it?
Yeah. You didn't get that part or any of the
No.
other? No.
I missed
Okay.
that bit.
Shandy was in the podcast. Okay.
Oh, I think you meant like on the show.
She was.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, on the show. She's on the show. Yeah,
Okay.
she was an extra. She tried out for. She had a speaking line. It got cut. Yeah, unfortunately, it got cut though. So,
Oh.
but yeah, like
That's
I mean, they had open auditions. She just decided, like, oh yeah, let's go. Like, I think both her and her husband, Frank, both went. Yeah. So yeah. So, but she was actually in the episode though. Like you can see her in the show.
You see her back.
So, but anyway, I was somewhat worried though that her line would get cut because you know how extras are. They're like, oh, we got to shave 2 minutes off. Like, let's just cut this line, you know? So, but anyway,
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at something in the chat.
yeah. I mean, she shared it on the Instagram, maybe on Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook much. That is one nice thing about vacation.
Did she share the?
Not Facebook. Like, I mean, I like the Facebook group of Jay and Jack, and that is. Yes.
I didn't even like.
Anyway, I just was saying though, yeah, like I like the Jay and Jack. Yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say, Jack?
I'd like 10 minutes behind you.
This is like a who's on first moment. Am I
is
delayed?
it me or you, Matt? Is it Matt or me?
You don't like the group? You don't even like the group from Facebook.
So
okay.
here's what
Anyway,
what I'm
I like
seeing
taking a break from
hearing
Facebook and all social
is
media.
that Jack and I are synchronized live. So
Oh, okay. So it's not.
I can. It's not you. I can see Jack. I can see him speaking words. I can see him moving around and laughing at Matt. And I'm pretty sure that Jack can see me. But
Yeah,
it's almost as if Matt is hosting his own show. Because like this episode should be called Pretty Little Matt.
There we go. Writing it down. It's like watching a Godzilla movie because he starts talking, and like 8 seconds later, the words start coming out. I'm like, going,
Yeah.
I keep thinking it's me because I've had issue. We have a thunderstorm and stuff, so I figured it was me. But it's good to know it's Matt.
Yeah. It's definitely Matt.
This would have been a good live show.
It would have been a terrible live show.
Is he still talking, or is he just mouthing? Is he just fucking with us?
Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
No?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If it was a live show, I would be at work.
Hey guys,
Because
welcome to the Ramblecast. My name is Matt, and I'm not in sync at all.
what sucks though is that I've been drinking a lot
I'm
of
gonna play the harmonica right now
tonight, so I just kind of.
and then
Dude, play
15 seconds later, it's gonna come out. And
You're blowing that. Are you blowing the harmonica? You just forget.
Yes!
There we go. That's about 10-second delay, isn't it?
At least a 10-second delay. Anyways,
Okay.
well,
And
seeing as we're not really quote unquote in sync right now,
No, he dropped out.
BT Dubs, I would be Justin Timberlake. Thank you if we were in sync, but yeah, might be a good time to thank our patrons.
Yeah, let's wrap up this puppy. If you'd like to become a patron, go to jayandjack.com, click on the button to become a patron. Also, I know the big sale for Amazon already ended, but you can still shop Amazon. Go and click on Jay and Jack and click on the Amazon thing. But we'd like to thank Tack from Paris, Eckhart Richter Gleffler, Joanne with the Plan, who gave us an email the last time. So I guess she gets another picture if Matt drew one, but it might be a delayed picture. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maggie the Magnificent. And the letter carrier.
Matt just started drawing that picture. It won't be ready for 2 weeks.
And Drake the Destroyer, thanks for what you do. And thanks for everyone who listened to us. We apologize for the technical difficulties we had, but if you like Women's World Cup soccer, you can listen to the podcast.
This episode's been brought to you by Matternet, the internet that Matt uses.
The hamster must have fallen off, huh?
Oh my God! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I don't even know why.
8-second delay.
Shit.
8-second delay.
And Matt, just to let you know, the commercial's at the 20-minute mark. I know you'll get this next week, but at the 20-minute mark.
Well, thanks, guys. It's been 1 in a million.
1 in a million.
He can't respond. He can't respond to that.
All right, fuck you.
Great show, kids. 1 in a million.
See you next fucking Tuesday.
The best part is he said that last Tuesday.
Oh God, this was fun, guys. I'm glad we did these shows a week apart. It worked out great. Is the chat current, or was that like 10 minutes ago that he posted?
I believe the chat is current, but he's not
Okay.
hearing. He may not be hearing what we say until way later.
I can hear
Fuck you, Matt.
everything you
Fuck
say.
you, Matt.
I can hear
He's getting
everything.
closer in sync. He's getting closer in sync. Say something again, Matt.
Sure. I'm just fucking pissed. Okay.
Oh, he's live.
You know? Mhm. I feel
Well,
like I
that's good.
was red carded out of this whole fucking show. Okay. It's so
Well,
unfair.
we did give you a yellow card first. You were warned.
I know, but I feel like I deserve a penalty kick now.
Well, you're podcasting on a 2400 baud Hayes compatible modem, for Christ's sake. You're going to get a penalty.
All right, now look, it's not my internet; it's my computer, and I think Chris knows what I'm talking about because you just upped your computer.
I did.
You just improved your computer. Yeah. So,
My computer needs an upgrade too.
I might know a guy.
Yeah. So
we'll talk.
I know that it's
offline,
my computer. Not
so that way it'd be way quicker.
All right, guys. Great show, kids. 1 in a million. See you next Tuesday. Thanks for joining in. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes. That's all I got. Hasta luego, baby. We're out of here.
Wait, hang on. Bye, Matt.
Bye.